To Unravel. My name is Daniela. Thank you all for joining me today for a quick late morning stretch break. Wherever you are right now, I want you to go ahead and find a spot on the floor, get comfortable, use a pillow cushion or a couch cushion if you need it, and then we'll just find a spot on the floor and then sit, find a comfortable seated position. You can cross your legs, you can stack them, you can bring the soles of your feet together, whatever's most comfortable for you. We're going to start with some neck rolls. Just to help loosen up the neck, warm up the body a little bit. So we are going to do a couple of neck circles, starting with the right ear to right shoulder. We'll roll forward, bring that chin to your chest. Then taking the left ear to the left shoulder and rolling the head all the way back. So we'll start on the right, center, to the left, and to the back. We'll do a couple circles here. And we'll come back to center. And we're going to go the other direction. So we're going to go left ear, left shoulder, chest or chin to chest, and then right ear, right shoulder, and to the back. So we're just changing up the direction here. Nice, gentle neck rolls. We'll do a couple more here. And we'll bring it back to center. All right, let's roll the shoulders. Take those shoulders up to your ears, pull them back, and pull them down. We'll do a couple of shoulder rolls. Loosen up that upper body. And then we're going to change direction. So we're going to pull the shoulders back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Rolling those shoulders forward. And one more forward. Good. All right. Pull that chest up. Make sure you're sitting up tall. We're going to do a gentle twist each direction. So you want to make sure your right leg is in front. So right leg in front of that left. Take a deep breath in. Sweep those arms up. We're going to drop that left arm forward to the right knee, right arm to the back. Exhale, gently twist towards the right leg. Now while you're here, you're going to make sure you're not tensing up at the shoulders. You're focusing on deep breathing through the belly and releasing tension with every exhale. And we'll come back to center, sweep those arms up. Deep breath in and exhale, dropping that right arm to the left knee, left arm to the back. We'll gently twist to the left. Again, make that intentional effort to release tension through the shoulders. Focus on that breath. Take one more deep breath here. And we'll come back to center. Take a deep breath in, swoop those arms up. And release the tension. All right, let's come on down to the floor. So we're going to lay down onto the floor. So we're going to take your legs out in front of you. And we are going to lay all the way onto our back. Okay, I want you to hug both knees in. Give yourself a big hug here. right, bring both legs up to tabletop. So those knees are going to make a 90-degree angle. Take those arms out to the side, and we're going to let both knees fall over to the left. Those knees are over to the left side, so your knees, your hips are stacked. Okay, I want you to take both arms up, drop that left arm, and we're going to sweep that right arm over to the right. So you're almost laying in like a T position here. Take a few deep breaths here. The stretch, you should feel it probably in the right hip, mostly in the low back, and definitely through the chest and shoulders. We'll take one more deep breath here. And we'll bring those knees back to center. Give those knees a big hug. Bring them back up to tabletop. Arms out to the side. When you're ready, let those knees fall to the side. And then we'll sweep that left arm all the way over to the left side. So again, you're in a T position. Again, you should be feeling that stretch, maybe some in the left hip, definitely in the low back, and mostly in the chest and shoulder area. If you find that your shoulder doesn't quite touch the ground all the way, that is fine. Try to allow that shoulder to fall a little bit closer to the floor with every breath and every exhale that you take. Take one more breath here. And we'll bring it back to center. All right, hug those knees in one more time. We're going to bring both feet to the ground, keep those knees bent. We're going to do our supine figure 4. So this will be a nice low back and hip stretch. We're going to take your right ankle over your left knee. So we're going to make a figure 4 here. And then I want you to thread your right leg through, so right in between the legs, and then your left hand's going to reach around your left leg, and you're going to pull that left leg in, and you will feel that stretch through the right hip. This figure 4 stretch is one of those stretches that can be pretty easy to resist the stretch if you tend to hold tension in your hips. So if you are one of those people that holds tension in the hip area, just try to make an intentional effort to really breathe into the hips and not resist the stretch, but more so just allow your body to expand while we're in this stretch. So this is why we hold our stretches for a long time, is to really allow your body to kind of get that signal like, hey, I should relax. All right, and we will bring that left foot to the floor. Bring the right foot to the floor. We'll go to the other side. So we'll take the left ankle over the right knee. The left arm is going to thread through the legs, and the right hand's going to go around that left leg. Your right leg will hug your right leg in, and you should feel that stretch through the left hip. And if reaching around your whole leg is too much, you can also just grab behind your hamstring as well and pull in. anytime that you feel that your mind is wandering away from your stretching and onto your to-do list, simply just bring yourself back to center. Make an intentional effort to tell yourself what you're doing, and be very present while you're stretching. All right, we will bring the right foot back to center and the left foot to the ground. One last time, hug both knees in. I want you to do a couple of rocks. So you tuck that chin in, rock back and forth a few times, all the way until you're seated upright. And then we are going to come onto all fours. All right, so something we don't stretch very often is the bottom of our foot. So we are going to come onto all fours. You're going to tuck those toes, and then I want you to sit up tall onto your heels. So you should feel that stretch through the big toe, the arch of your feet. We won't be here long. I know this stretch can be a little uncomfortable, especially if you've never done this before, but that bottom of the foot doesn't get stretched very often. So it's good to do every now and then. All right, we'll bring it back to our hands, untuck those toes, and we are going to go into our lizard pose, our hip opener. So we're going to bring that right foot forward to the top of our mat, or just in front of you in a 90-degree angle. From here, I want you to make an intentional effort to tuck the hip in so that your low back isn't arched. So neutral spine here, push the hips forward. You can keep your hands up on your right knee, or you can bring that stretch to the floor as well. You should feel this all the way through the hip of the left leg, maybe some in the hamstring of the right leg as well. And while you're here, just remember that, any of the poses that we do, you can make them your own as much as you want. So if you want to move around a bit here, let the right knee fall open to the side. Feel free to do whatever you need to get the most out of this stretch. All right, we will shift our weight back onto that left leg. Bring that right leg to the back, and then we will go to the opposite side. So we will bring our left leg forward, out in front of us, 90 degrees. Again, tuck those hips in so you create that neutral spine. Press the hips forward. More than welcome to stay up tall here. Or you can bring both hands to the floor if you need extra support. And again, feel free to move around, make the stretch whatever you need it to be. Each day can feel very different. So some days you might feel fine just simply staying put. Some days you might need to open up those hips a little bit more, move around, let that knee fall out to the side. Whatever you need today, you can do it. And we will shift our weight back onto that right leg. Bring that knee behind us, and we'll swing those legs around. And that is all we have for you for Unravel today. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to log off for a few minutes, and then Matt is going to take over for full body blast and abs for our afternoon lunchtime classes. All right, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all later.